Divine light surround this space and every soul who enters it. I call upon Source, angels, guides, and ancestors of the highest good. Expel all negative energy, fear, and illusion, transmuting them into wisdom, strength, and healing. May the power of divine alchemy transform shadow into light, doubt into clarity, and pain into purpose. Protect this circle with love and truth, that each message delivered here serves only the highest path. We rise as warriors of spirit, aligned, guided, and renewed. So it is, and so it shall be. Welcome back, my Divine Alchemizing Warriors. This message feels personal, almost like Spirit is pulling back the veil on something many of you wanted to believe was stable, but it wasn't. This could be a love story, a spiritual contract, or even a version of yourself you've outgrown. But Spirit says the tower doesn't fall to punish you. It falls to free you. So let's walk through what's arising from the rumble. Subscribe, like, and comment. I will appreciate you forever. We begin in confusion, emotional looping, mental entrapment, indecision. The Eight of Cups in reverse tells me someone tried to walk away from something but couldn't fully let go. The heart kept circling back to what it already knew was done. And that's sanity. That's insanity. Okay. The Eight of Swords follows, showing mental entrapment, overthinking, restricted, and the feeling of being bound by visible threads, such as fear, guilt, or attachment. You know, it makes you feel helpless, powerless. All right, it's like you're blinded. You know, those rose-colored glasses that you have on. The Two of Swords, a stalemate. No decision feels safe. No path feels certain. Okay, you're at a crossroads. You're faced with difficult choices. You're in the now. Okay. Spirit says you can't think your way out of this one. You must feel your way through. You can't think your way out of this one. You must feel your way through. This is the moment before revelation, the pressure that precedes the lightning strikes. Then the Tower, the structure, the situation collapses. Sudden changes, chaos, destruction. The illusion crumbles. Spirit intervenes to remove what no longer aligns with your destiny. That's why it had to crumble. It had to collapse. Okay? The Seven of Pentacles sideways says you were investing in something or someone that stopped bearing fruit. It's that feeling of wanting, waiting, watering, hoping, but realizing the roots were shallow or the soil was already dry. Okay? You was waiting for rewards. You was waiting for the harvest, wanting the harvest, wanting rewards, wanting some growth and progress. You know, you were planning on it. That was the plan. That was your focus. But it was dry. The harvest was dry. The alchemy here is to turn disappointment into direction. Don't grieve the time lost. Recognize it as tuition paid for wisdom gained. You have to. Okay? Lessons learned. Tuition paid for lessons learned. Tuition paid for wisdom gained. That's how you have to see it. That's all we can do. And appreciate it. Because we're always going to learn something new, whether you want to or not. So you might as well appreciate the lessons that are presented to you during this lifetime. Then, from the rumble, stability rises again. The Four of Wands brings divine alignment. Foundations built on truth, not fantasy. Okay. The Emperor appears solid in the masculine energy, whether you female or male. You're appearing wise and steady. For some, this is you stepping into authority after chaos. For others, it could be someone entering your life who mirrors divine order or control. Spirit says, you learned the difference between domination and leadership, between attachment and devotion. You now know what stability feels like because you've lived through instability. Subscribe, like, and comment. I will appreciate you forever. But Spirit cautions, don't close off your heart completely. Okay? The Four of Pentacles can protect you. The Four of Pentacles can protect you, but it can also imprison you. Okay? Because when you set boundaries and limits, okay, it could result to insecurities and stinginess. And that's not something that you want to do. That's not something we want to do.
The Nine of Cups in reverse shows what once brought pleasure now feels hollow. Because it was some of you warriors will wish fulfillment, but it turned out not to be a wish fulfillment at all. Fulfillment can't come from what's safe. It comes from what's authentic. The alchemy here is to turn protection into discernment. You don't need to guard your heart. You need to guide it. Don't guard your heart. Guide your heart. And with the Death card, you have transformation, endings, change, transition, and release. The end, okay? The end. The shedding of skin through this Death card. And when it's paired with the Two of Pentacles, you're learning to find balance again between old and new, past and future, loss and liberation. You're balancing resources. You're adapting. You're being flexible. The Six of Cups brings nostalgia, memories, karmic reflections. Yes, this may have been a soulmate connection, but Spirit says soulmates are not always meant to stay. Sometimes they're meant to awaken. This is the emotional alchemy. Turn attachment into appreciation. You can honor the past without recreating it. You can honor the past without recreating it. Okay. And now the Fool. After the storm, the heart is reborn. Light again. Open again. Ready again. This is the leap of faith into your next level of peace. The possibilities, the adventure, it's all there. But with the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck,
Subscribe, like, and comment. I will appreciate you.
Spirit says, be mindful of self-sabotage and ego battles. Don't let pride or the need to be right keep you in circles or in cycles that Spirit already ended. Okay? With these aggressions and disputes, conflict and arguments. The alchemy here is to turn pain into purpose. Let forgiveness be your rebellion and step into your next chapter with your crown steady and your heart free and ready. So I want to pull a couple cards from True Intentions for those of you that this reading is based on love, okay, or yourself, or soul contract. Remember I mentioned that in the beginning. All right, Spirit, for my true intentions, get a card for the warriors for true intentions. Thank you. Negative. I'm hiding my true intentions and I don't actually care about your well-being. So whatever situation you was in, the person was negative. It was all about themselves. It wasn't based on your feelings. It was about them, which made the entire relationship negative. Any more? Okay. I'm going to pull a card. So we have pot, sweet reward, treating yourself to something desirable, recreational, giving into temptation. All right. I want to pull from my Angel Ascension cards for my warriors. One card, Ascension card for the warriors. Spirit, thank you. Soulmate relationships. Don't close your heart. Okay. What was torn down, okay, is going to be built up in another relationship. Some of you are going to meet your soulmate now that your twin flame has awakened you. Okay? Absolutely. So, my divine warriors, this is not the ending you feared. This is the awakening you prayed for. You've outgrown the cage. The tower has cleared the ground. The emperor energy within you is rebuilding. And the Fool reminds you it's safe to begin again. What must be alchemized is fear into freedom, clinging into clarity, loss into liberation. Spirit says, you are not losing love. You are learning what love truly is. My warriors, may your endings be clean, your beginnings be bold, and your heart be your compass. One battle, one blessing, one alchemy at a time. Subscribe, like, and comment. I will appreciate you forever.